Good morning, everybody. I'm Sakia. And on 1/4 of the Carolina Connect, the session. We haven't even came up with a name yet for it, but it's 3 other partners: Carlos, Lil Wardy, Mactown Tony, and I'm just setting it off because we've been holding it back. We've been procrastinating. Procrastinate. Cut that out. We have been procrastinating for like 4 or 5 months of doing our podcast or whatever you call it. So I'm just gonna set it off and get it started. You know how Vivica Fox went in the bank while everybody was talking? She just went ahead and did it. So I'm setting off season 1, episode 1. Today's topic is recidivism. Cut that part out. Recidivism? Yeah, recidivism. Well, mainly people getting out of prison and going right back. Or sometimes you stay out a year or two and stuff don't work out and you go back to your old ways and you end up back in prison. And each time you get more time, whatever. So I'm just giving you my opinion and my advice. I'm not saying it's 100% correct. I'm not saying if you got another way, your way don't work. I'm just giving you my opinion I have been out of prison for almost 20 years now. I've been in prison twice, and I got out in 2001. It's been 20 years since I've been to prison, but I've been in and out of jail. But the last time I've been to jail for like something kind of serious was 10 years ago. So here is my tips for brothers who want to stay out of prison, who don't want to go back. Okay, first off, you gotta have your mind and body together. You know what I'm saying when I say that, because you got to be sharp, because anything can throw you off. You gotta be healthy, and it's hard to stay sober in some places like that. I'm still trying to stay sober and stuff like that, but stay as sober as you can, stay as sharp-minded as you can possibly be, because anything can throw you for a loop. And if you're not completely focused, somebody could just pop up and be like, yo, I got this big money scheme, and you like, let's roll. Next you know, 10 years later, you're getting out again. But my main thing on staying out is employment, because that's the main reason most brothers are in prison is money, selling drugs, robbing. Them like the main reasons, and there's main reason for murder most of the time. It's about money. So my opinion on employment was like when I first got out, I was going to temp services and just plants and stuff, just trying to find anything, assembly line, stacking boxes, and anything that I can get, the main jobs back, just like late 90s, early 2000s. Most of those jobs started dying out as I got to my 30s and stuff. So I'll get a job, stacking boxes, working on a line for a couple months, and then they lay me off. And then on top of that, a lot of these temp services back in the day, they didn't care if you had a criminal background. So I used to just lie and say it. But I lost a lot of jobs for lying on my application about having no felonies. It's when it started getting close to like 2007, 2008, 2009. So it was hard for me to even keep a job. Like in the 90s, if you wanted to work, you got plenty of people willing to hire you. Action, okay. Technical difficulties, but yeah, back in the 90s, the economy was way better. But when I started really like to get kind of stable is when I started cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like I started off as a dishwasher, hated that, and they asked me if I if I can cook? And I was like, yeah, I've been cooking. Damn, just about all my life. So ever since I've been cooking, I realized, okay, the better I got at cooking, and I'm bouncing around from different restaurants, city to city, state to state. You know, I cooked in New York, Charlotte, Atlanta. It was like I had no problem finding a job. You know, I mean, being a cook, you don't get paid. You know, it's not that good of a pay, but you know, anything beats a blank. So this is my solution to not going back. You got to find something that you can do. Find something that you could do, and as far as employment, like paint, something that ain't easy, like assembly line. I used to put that on my resume. I worked in manufacturing, packing and shipping. Anybody could do that. So, you know, so that's not like we looking for somebody that can stack boxes and stuff like that. So you gotta find something that you could do. You know, I'm still in the same, not in the same situation, but you know, I'm still growing. You know, I've been employed for a while now. I've been cooking for a while now, but I'm trying to do other things like videography right here. This is what I'm doing. This is my first podcast or whatever you call it. But find something that you could do, something that you can do good. You know, like lay bricks, fix cars, or anything. You know, you gotta have an edge on the net. It's a competition. So you know, the people who can just do regular stuff, basic thing, you can pretty much train a monkey to do some of these jobs. You know, it's a long list of people trying to get those jobs. So of course they can be like background check, drug test, this and that. But like look at the jobs where they need. You know, I'm just talking about the restaurant right now. If they need like a kitchen manager that knows how to run a kitchen, they don't give a damn if you did 25 years. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if you murdered somebody. If you can go in that restaurant and run that kitchen, you know, they hiring you. So that's why like electricians. If you a good now some companies, yeah, they gonna do background and check. They're gonna do a background check, but you just gotta be honest with them. Yeah, I got this and that. Yeah, I got this and that on my background, but I know how to do this. That's how I am now. Like, I know how to work the grill, deep fry, I can prep, do dishes. I'm open for any hours and stuff like that. So, you know, they look past your background. So my solution to not going back to prison, to lower the recidivism rate, is to just go ahead and find you a trade. You know, that's why I want my older son. My older son, he'll be coming home in I think about a year or two. Probably got like 2 more years, and I want him to get a trade. You know what I'm saying? Because just working at these plants, hog farms. This North Carolina, we got 1 million hog farms, 1 million turkey farms. That's it's nothing wrong with it, but if you want more, you know, you're gonna get burnt out. You get burnt out on them places. You know, you got to be doing something you like to do. So, you know, all my brothers was serious about staying out of prison. Yo, you got to find you a trade. You know, back in the old school, they used to be like, a lot of old heads I used to remember when I was younger, they used to be like, if you can't find a job, make a job. So that's my advice to everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Season 1, Episode 1. I think it's called The Session, Carolina Connection or something. So peace out, everybody.